p.m. Everybody stand, John, if you call them, say a prayer.
Okay. Joe, thank you for allowing me to say a few words here on behalf of our people. Usually my way is that when I'm called on to make a prayer like this, generally, I would like to be a little bit more prepared. I always like to use a sage, in some cases a cedar, and a feather. And I always like to use that in respect of blessing each of the people and the call that may brought us together. So to be blessed like that, but and not being the case now, Joe, I just want to thank the Creator for this beautiful spring day, our first day of spring. Pray that all of the people who are celebrating this day, this new year, this is a new year for us, the native, the indigenous people. This is what we call our new year. And I pray that our tribe, our people, can go forward like that with this new year and celebrate a new time, that we can come together as we did in the old days, when we'd have this time like that, we would gather together before we do our planting season and make prayer and feast and fast for the coming crop, for the coming year. Like that, Joe, I pray that we be diligent, we do what's right for our people. May each of us here be blessed. Pray for all the ones that are in mourning. Pray for all of our elders that may be sick, frail, and fragile. We ask that the Creator bless them, look over them. Pray for the unborn and our little babies. Pray for all of our people that may have whatever difficulties that they are in, that the Creator will open that door for them to find a way, comforting whatever it is that they may be enduring, and the troubles and the hardship that they may be enduring at this time. In that way, I should our Creator. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for listening to us and have the soul. Amen.
Thank you, John. Roger, would you do roll call, please?
Treasurer Joe Bush.
Here.
Member Roger Stewart. Here. Member Kay Anderson. Member Homer Scott. Member John Thomas.
Here.
One.
I will announce that we do have a forum, since we only have 5 members, 4 of us are here. We'll welcome the guests in the audience. Mary Jo, you, the chief, have anything you'd like to ask or present?
Well, I believe you have a copy of my resignation letter, and I would like to say that this should in no way reflect on all you trust board members. I know you have the best interests of our people at heart, and you work very hard. I just feel like that this was a time where we need to go different ways, since we didn't see eye to eye on the budget. But that's not a criticism of the rest of the board. Everything will go really well for the investments. And I do intend to keep volunteering for our tribe. As soon as I leave here, I'm going to go down to Indianapolis, and she has a grant application she wanted me to look at it. She also asked if I would come to the stuff and said that I can help her and along with the vendors and the payments out and all the record keeping. And I said, yeah, I'd be very happy to do that. So that's my intention going forward. Wish you all the best.
We appreciate that, Mary. Appreciate you being here.
That's what I really do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for serving us. Thank you. You're going to be missed.
Chief, you have anything?
No.
We'll entertain entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Do I have a second? Motion and a second. Any discussion? I'm gonna call for the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries to approve the agenda. Next is approval of the minutes, February 2019. No one ever had time to read it. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the February 2019 meeting held on February the 20th, 2019. Would like to make a motion, please? So moved. Got a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any other discussion? I read them, they look good to me. And we'll call for the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's passed. 4 yes. No abstentions, no nays. Treasurer's report. Which is me. Still. Still and continuing, I hope, because I'm going to be anybody else. And that's up to this trustee. Fair market value, we started off with $4,293,307.83. The fair market value as of 2/28/2019 was $4,350,725.81. If you'll notice, we actually made 77,000, a little over 77,000. But $20,040.76 was put over in the cash account. So the fair market value is still correct. But we lowered the amount over here off of the variances that we put over in the cash account. And we needed that because of the scholarships. And we're probably gonna need a little bit more.
Joe, on that, variance there, is that just for scholarship? Is that, what about the rest of the, program?
That right now, that's just for the scholarships. She'll make another draw on that to cover it.
Yeah, it wasn't just scholarships, it was to help cover scholarships and then anything else. I tried to keep a minimum of right around 20,000 in the checking account at all times.
She just draws it down and puts it in the cash account as needed.
I don't think, this is what we elected for, to draw down on something like this, and put it in cash, and then it goes to whoever, who decides that? I didn't decide that.
Got to put it in
I
the
didn't
cash
say
account.
that.
Got to put it in the cash account to fund the programs.
It didn't fund the program, it funded only one program.
No,
What I'm saying
it's
about the rest of the
funding- No,
programs.
it's not. It's funding for all the programs.
Is it
It is
gonna be
for all,
divided?
yes.
What is that, 5,000? How are you gonna divide it up?
No, it's not divvied up.
How's
It's
it
put
gonna
into
be?
the checking account for all programs that are paying bills.
As
So
needed.
with the education committee, because they were 2 months behind on getting scholarships and et cetera out, they totaled almost $18,000, I believe.
I think, Joe, you're the chair of the scholarship program, aren't you, or the education?
No, I'm not the chair of education. Darrell Glenn is.
Why are we giving out any kind of scholarships if we don't have any money?
Because we just approved the budget, John, of 150,
Well, that was just last week. Last
153,000.
month, right? Is that what you talking about, that budget?
153,476.24 of these scholarships were approved after we set that budget.
And I still have questions pertaining to that, what we did last week, because I see some, we have in the minutes, some of it that was kind of clarified, some things on what we did pertaining to that $150,000. That didn't come out of our interest into the trust document says that all, money attributed to when we accumulate the interest, then we pay out. That's what the trust document says.
It came out of previous interest, John.
No, it didn't come out of
No,
previous.
wait a minute.
Okay,
We-
it did come out of previous.
We've
Go
set the
ahead.
budget every year.
Yeah,
The budget has been much, much less every year than what we earned. So there was interest carryover from years and years and years. Because this trust document was plumbed down to $3.2 million. Now we're up over $4 million.
it should stay there.
No, you gotta have a budget to service your people.
We didn't have a budget because we didn't make any money on our investments.
But what I'm saying is,
We lost money.
we did not spend all the interest or the dividends from previous years.
Those previous years cannot be added in, Joe.
Sure can. It's carried
Because it's
over.
they've already been determined at those particular years.
It's carried
And it was
over.
carried over.
It is
It
carried
did
over.
say in here that anything carried over can be used for this purpose,
It says interest and dividends, period.
that year,
It doesn't say
period.
what that
That
year.
year, period. Here's the
Doesn't
trust
specify.
document. Do you have the trust document?
Read it, you do, read it.
I'll have to find it.
It does say for interest and dividends, but what
For
I'm
that
saying.
year, it just says for that year. It
What I'm
didn't say
saying
for
is, oh, we have-
2001 or,
I'm not gonna
10
argue
years
about it.
ago.
We've already set the budget. You voted for it, Kay voted for it, I voted for it, Roger voted for it, and Homer voted for it. The budget is set, it's been split up according to the trust document, that's the way it's gonna stay. The money's there to spend,
is all the money there, is 150,000, is all the 150,000 there?
absolutely,
Ready to be dispersed out to all of the committees?
absolutely.
I don't have it in a cash account, that's why we drew 20,000 of that
It's drawn down as
154,000.
needed. That way the rest of it's still in the interest-bearing account, dividends, earning interest and dividends.
So we got to wait till each what, week, month? How are we
Once a
gonna draw
month.
down the money?
Once a month, we get financials,
And then we draw down some money.
not every month.
Not every month, because the checking account doesn't always go really low. We get interest off of the checking account also.
It only gets more confusing. It's not as though that we satisfied, our budget. I was under the impression that we did, but as it turns out, we're calculating in a different way. I thought we already had that 150,000 ready to disperse to our committees.
We can, we have 170 something in the Harvest cash investment account. If you wish to take the
So you
154
fooled me then,
out.
you fooled me, I was tricked.
No, sir, I did not fool
175,
you.
265, 98.
That is where we pull the money into the checking account.
The 20,000 that we.
That 20,000, that's where the 20,000 came from. If you
So
wish
we're-
to
So we're
instruct
needing
me to
another
take,
$120,000.
if you wish me to take the remaining 134,000 and change out of that account and put it into the checking account, I will do so.
No, I don't think we can do that.
No, because it won't earn any interest.
Right. So therefore, we pull down only when that checking account gets low, in order to cover everything we're
I'm just
spending.
excuse me, but I'm just trying to satisfy exactly, I'm not trying to point no fingers at you, Joe, or anyone. I'm just trying to be clear on exactly
We're
what we're doing.
This trust board knew exactly that we went negative for last year.
And we said, cut it off.
To start with, we did.
Yes,
Then we all changed our mind because we had a positive of over 200,000 in the month of January. That's why we voted that we would review it every 3 months. So if it shows up, we start losing money, we'll cut it back. If we start making double, we may raise the budget.
We didn't, what we did was reach back in dividends and some interest that we had a few years ago.
We
We
did.
tried to bring it up to date so that we could kind of like disperse that
We
money.
did exactly that, but this whole trust board
And,
voted.
and the trust board says that we should only disperse money according to that year's interest. Am I right or wrong?
It's due to interest and dividends, but I don't believe it specifies in the trust document what year the dividends and interest are supposed to be
Then,
calculated for.
I think we're not, I think we're kind of like, in a gray area here, Joe, and I'm not trying, hey, I want these programs to have money just as you do.
I'm sorry what you think, John, but this whole trust board approved the budget, and that's what we're gonna do about it.
Not all of them. We lost one, remember? That's why she resigned, and that's why Mary Cole resigned, because
No,
of this
that's
particular
not why
reason.
Marilyn Cole
She didn't
resigned.
say it in here, but I had a conversation with her about it, and that's one of the reasons she resigned, because of what you did.
Well,
With-
what I did,
Yes,
no,
yeah,
don't,
you
wait a minute, wait a
You
minute,
proposed it?
wait a minute, don't blame
You
it on
proposed
me.
it?
You
If
voted
didn't
for it
propose
also, you
I'll
voted
take
for
my
it
vote
also.
back. I'll
You
take my
can't
vote
take your
back.
vote back, it's already been cast.
But that's how I feel. I would take it back.
Feel however you want to, but the
You can't
vote's
do
already
it, you
been
can't do it,
cast.
but it's illegal what we're doing.
The
It's
vote's
not
already
right.
been cast. I'm not
It's
gonna
not-
argue.
it's not right what we're
I am not
doing.
gonna argue about the budget. We're doing the financials. I give the
I know
financials.
Chet says that we could do that.
Does
if we
anybody
want
have
to
any
cheat.
questions on the financials? I'm gonna entertain a motion to approve the financials, please. Second? All in favor of approving the financials, say yes. Or aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I oppose. No.
Abstentions? Financials carried. 3 yes, 1 no.
No, it's not, we don't have a quorum, Joe, it's not
We do
fair.
have a quorum.
There's
There's
only
4
three
people
people.
sitting
There's
here.
7 people, it takes 7 people for a
There's
quorum. You
4
cannot-
people sitting here. We only have
We
5
can't.
members left. There is a quorum. I'm not gonna argue
It
with you
takes,
about it.
according to the trust document, it says you gotta have 5 people as a quorum.
It does not say that. It says a quorum of the members.
So you wanna play games again?
No, I'm
You
not
wanna
playing
play
games.
You
We
still
have
wanna
a
play games
quorum.
here. You wanna say we have a quorum when we don't have a
I'm
quorum? You
not
wanna play
playing. We
games?
do have a
Keep
quorum.
playing games with the trust document just like you do, just like they do the,
Roger, do we have a quorum? Kay, do we have a quorum? You're
You do.
outnumbered. We're gonna continue with the meeting. Thank you.
well, I said that, I said that, I
You can
voted no, we don't have a
disagree.
quorum.
You can disagree all you want to. But we do have a quorum, according to the trust document.
Not according to the trust document.
Read it. It says a quorum of the members present. All you have to have is 4 members present to have a quorum. Got 7-member board.
It's a 7-member board, it's not a 4-member board.
That's right, it's a
Quorum,
7-member
If
board.
we don't have
How
some
many
of the
people
members.
do we have sitting here, John?
There's 4 of us, but.
Is that not a quorum out of 7?
No,
It
it's
is a
not.
quorum out of 7.
No, not out of.
It is, anything over 3 is a quorum.
Yeah, we got a quorum, but we don't have enough to pass anything, because if one of us
Yes,
goes
we
against
do.
it, then.
We only
it
have
takes-
5
it takes-
members,
it takes
2 of
4
them have
people.
resigned.
It takes 4 people.
We'll let,
It takes 4 people to
we'll
pass.
let the other
Pass
members,
it.
we'll let the other members decide that, not just you, John Thomas.
It's
We're
not-
moving
what
on
about
with
you?
the agenda.
You wanna say just about me, what about just about you?
We're
Joe
moving
Brooks?
on with the agenda. Community Services Report. We approved 1 elder prescription for $75. We approved 2 burial assistants for $750 each, for $1,575. That is the Community Services Report. Cultural Preservation. Does anybody happen to, well, he's got a report in here. Oh, I think, yeah, he does. Cultural Preservation Committee has a report in the packet. Does anybody have any comments or questions about his report packet? Cultural preservation?
I have a comment, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Would like to remind our members that the Stomp Dance is this Saturday at the Dewey Fairgrounds. Beans and chili, silent auction, raffle, concession stand, cakewalk, family, good family gathering.
Agreed. Good chili.
And I believe it starts at, is it 4?
Doors open at 4, dinner's gonna be served at 6.
6, yes.
Stomp dance following. That's the Community Services Committee. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the Cultural Preservation Committee report? There's also an Education Committee report in the packet. Does anybody have any questions on it? We approved 5 part-time, $200 apiece for a total of $1,000. We approved 51 full-time, $20,400 for a total of $21,400.
What's this one, Joe? I didn't, trying to see where you're.
Education Committee.
Oh, education.
We approved 5 part-time for $1,000, $200 apiece. We approved 51 full-time for $20,400 for a total of $21,400.
And that's all the money we have left in there. They use it all up,
No,
right?
no, we did not use it all up. Education Committee gets 30%, so you take 30% of $153,476.24. John, all you have to do is read the financials, and you'll see how much the Education Committee had out of that budget.
Again,
No, we're not going there.
I'm
We're doing-
trying to
we're moving
figure
right
out
on
how
down the
we-
agenda.
how we, if we haven't $150,000 yet to just distribute into their accounts, and we're going to do it, as you said, quarterly,
We're gonna review it quarterly.
where's the money at?
The money, we've already approved a budget for 3 months for $153,000 for the year. But we can change it every 4 months, or every 3 months. It'll be reviewed again though, not till next month, because the financials are not out for March yet. First 3 months of the year, we will
I
get the
understand,
financials.
I
till
understand,
April.
Joe, I know you don't, I know you guys don't wanna hear me, but, the money isn't there, you know, the money isn't there, we can say that it is, that we.
The money
we
is
voted
there, we
for it.
wouldn't have said
The
the
money is
budget.
there, it's still in the interest-bearing account, we're taking so much out every month, to dole out to who, I'm not clear on, how we doling it out. You say we got 20,000, is that what you said, out of that 150?
John, did you not know the
20,000?
percentages in the trust document?
Pardon me?
Do you not know the percentages in the trust document?
We don't know?
Do you not know? Do you not know the percentages?
What you just,
The percentages for each committee, do you not know what the percentages
I
are?
haven't looked at it here yet.
All
And
you
I haven't
have
had time to go through the whole, I haven't had time to go through it just yet, Joe.
All you have to do is take what the total budget was and figure the percentages for each committee.
Which
And no,
this year's budget is on the financial report.
Education Committee, I think was what, 46,000 something, Leslie?
But the money isn't there.
The money is there.
It's still in the interest-bearing account,
It
right?
is currently in the
Yeah.
interest-bearing account.
Okay,
So
so
we
it's not
have
in, so it's not in the education, it's
Until
out.
we need it.
Okay, John, Thomas, and this may explain it a little bit better. We do not have separate checking accounts for each one of the committees.
Okay,
So it is one trust checking account. All checks, payments, et cetera, are taken out of this one checking account for all the committees. You know, your trust board check that you receive,
okay,
I said, that's the same check exact,
That's all the
has
committees.
all the committees. So
Okay.
every scholarship student receives a check that looks just like yours. It's one checking account. We leave all of the cashable money in the investment account, which is Arvest cash account, 702, for which we have 175,000 sit there earning us some interest. Now, out of that 175, when the checking account gets really low, which to me, really low is right around $15,000 to $20,000, I'll request from the chairman to be able to draw a small amount down to make sure that we are always covered for anything that the committees or the trust board decides to spend. A prime example, if the investment committee wishes to take all of their funding that they have available and invest it, then I would request out of that cash account, our best cash account, the money we need in order to invest in a separate. So I would have to pull that money out of there, so the 175 would go down by your $44,774 in the reinvestment committee, if we decide to invest every single penny of that. So the $175,000 cash account, our best cash account, would go down by the $44,000. So the Arvest cash account would then go down to $131,000, because we took all of the 44 out of it, put it in the checking account in order to invest it in stocks, bonds, money market, CDs, etc. Questions?
Yeah,
Okay.
that cleared it up.
Okay,
That cleared it up, of how our committees are drawing their monies. They're drawing it all out of the same pot,
yes,
even though they may have 10,000 or 12,000,
they
whatever the
each
amount
have
is.
their own
It's
allotment.
still that 100 and whatever.
Out.
Out
The
there.
main cash account is
So
where we're
whenever they
pulling.
need the money, we draw out of that same account, blah, blah, blah.
Yes. The asset management account is where we've got the major investments. That has like the stock markets and
Okay.
the treasury bonds and all of our major investments. That holds the millions. So we just keep a small amount, which what it is a good portion of what we get on the investment account, the dividends and interest, that gets thrown into the Arvest cash account and reinvested for interest of its own. But that's, cash account is the easier to liquidate. We don't lose money by taking it out of the cash account except for an interest. Whereas if we took it out of the asset account, then we have to spend a couple of days with, having to sell a stock or cash in a treasury bond. And at that point in time, it could possibly lose funding and lose money,
So let me ask you this.
okay?
The money that was carried over for last year is in that pool you're talking about.
Yes,
Uh, uh,
this is years of accumulation.
So that 170, I'm talking about our committees, the committee pool
Yes.
of all of our accounts is in that one account.
Yes,
And so we had some of our committees that had carryover from last year.
and the carryover was never taken out of the cash account and put into the
Still in
checking
there.
account. It's numbers on paper,
Okay.
so it's part of the main
So what
investment.
was the total amount at the end of the year of our carryovers into the account that holds our committee monies?
Okay, at this point in time,
Do
there
you have
is,
an idea, or you got a ballpark, maybe we might have had only.
yeah,
Committee's got 50, maybe 60, 70,000, ballpark maybe.
okay, there's the cash, Arvest cash account. That is not accumulated. So what the committees are allotted every year, their carryover is more of paper carryover. We pull from that cash account to go into the checking account if needed. And if at any point in time that cash account gets extremely low, then we'll pull from the asset account to go into the cash account, which goes into the checking account.
So their carryover really is not a carryover, it just goes back in there, and then it just, you just get a regular.
It continues on.
Okay, if the elders committee get $10,000 and they had it all left over at the end of the year, let's say, as an example, okay, we're gonna give them another 10,000, so they should have $20,000 to work with for
Yes,
the committee, is that the way?
yes.
Okay,
That's the way it works. But education didn't have any carryover, John, and your
yeah, I
question,
understand.
your question is, their budget to start with was 46,167. So no, we didn't spend not even half of the budget yet for this year.
So
That was
we,
education, but
so, Joe, so we knew we didn't make any money.
that's true.
And so we all decided, and you decided that, well, there's no money to disperse. Our committees are gonna have to work on what they had on carryovers.
Till we made a big
Okay.
gain in the month
And
of
then-
January.
And then our next meeting, we came up, well, we could probably get $153,000 out of where?
We had made 220,000,
In the past.
no, cumulative in January. At our February report, we had made
Yeah,
over
okay.
220,000
So
in
that's where
interest
that
and
figure come
dividends
from.
of everything, of all of our
I
investment
understand,
accounts.
because I figured, I knew, in his financial report, it reported that. We
Yes,
made over $200,000.
right,
So that's where we are working with this $153,000.
yes, because we made
$200,000.
220,000 for the month of January. We approved the budget of 154,000 from that 220,000.
Okay,
Now,
now, I
we review
heard
it,
whenever Ms. Griffin asked about that in the last meeting, and she was asking you, can we get that money, that $200,000 that we made that month, and put, and be able to kind of like apply it to wherever, to our committees? And I think you came up with no.
what Ms. Griffiths was asking for is if the carryover for the Elders Committee could be taken and put in its own separate CD. And I stated no, because that carryover is currently sitting in the asset management account. It is already invested,
It's already making money.
and it's already making money.
So, okay, the $200,000 that we made for the good month of January,
Yes,
have we snatched it, have we got it?
no, it is continually, it's been reinvested. It's like-
Is it in that account that for all of our committees, do we have that $153,000 total in that particular account?
I have not drawn down the $154,000 budget out of the cash account to put into the checking account.
I'm talking about the money that we made last month from our investments, that money.
That money is still in the asset management account.
So we're kind of
Regenerate-
like playing with a couple of piles of money here, Joe.
No,
Talking
we're only
about-
No,
drawing
we
it
have
down
one
as
pile of
needed.
money. We
So we
made
can draw
$220,000. It went back into, for which that $220,000 assisted us in making $76,000 in the month of February. That $76,000 that we made in the asset management account is recycled back in the asset management account, and we will see what that makes us in interest and dividends for March. It is a continuing. It's just like working with the certificate of deposit. You put in your 50,000, and every month you get interest, and you keep putting that interest back with your 50,000 to where your 50,000 becomes 60,000. Now, when you need money out of your CD, that's when you pull out 5,000, so you go back to your original of having only $55,000. So you gotta start all over again with interest and dividends. Am I making sense?
You're making sense.
Okay, so what we do, what we've allotted is carry forward to the committees. That's what we've given them throughout the years and what they have not spent in cash. So it's more theory-wise they have the carryover, but we have not dissolved any of that asset management money because we wanted to continue recycling in and getting us more dividends and interest. Now, we lost in 2018, but we also made virtually the same amount in 2017. And if you look at the portfolio as a whole, like Mr. Thompson from Arvest had come in, we've actually increased throughout the years. So we're continuing to recycle and reinvest and continually getting us more money each month. If we take that money out cash-wise and put it into the checking account, we're gonna go from making 2 to 5% down to less than 1/4%. So you're gonna lose money by taking all of your budgeted money out and putting it into a checking account. Am I making sense?
Yes, I understand it.
Okay.
But then it goes back to my original, statement about how do we disperse those $30,000, I guess, that we drew out, right?
Well, the 20,000, I knew that the.
20,000 we drew out
Yes.
that good month, the
That-
January money, we drew 20,000 out of that.
Yes,
Good month.
for the education, that was spending
So that
over
was
$20,000.
supposed to be for education only?
No,
No.
because I still had $25,000 sitting in the checking account, which was covering the other departments.
Community services, you also got a report there, how much was spent out of community services. I gave that report a few minutes ago.
It's like the stomp
It's for all-
dance this
it's for all the
weekend,
committees.
we will be spending approximately $3,000 on activities through the
But
stomp
they already
dance.
had carryover money. Some
The
of our programs
yeah.
had carryover money.
Right, and they
So that's what I
can,
asked you earlier, what was that amount of our carryover in that account? Because we're talking, I'm getting a feeling here, we're leaving that carryover money, and we're not discussing carryover money with the
Okay.
new money that's supposed to come in here.
the carryover money in the budget is on paper. They can spend it if they want to, but we have not touched either one of the investment accounts to pull that money out and throw it into the checking account, just to let it sit there for a couple of years.
Second page of the financials, carry forward, reinvestment, $29,427.18. Culture preservation, $32,300.42. Community services, $11,173.23. Education, $125 unrestricted donation, that was not carried forward. Education didn't have any money carried forward. Elders Committee, carry forward, $16,214.93. Veterans Committee, carry forward, $8,826.04. If you look at the very next line over, it says budget. Them two figures are added together, and then it takes away the expenditures year to date, and that leaves your balance.
And if you will look.
Okay, so, all right, we got the report here.
Mhm.
Now, the carryover money is what I'm talking about, Joe.
Right.
Carryover money.
If you look at
That's
the
in that account,
balance,
that's in that account, carryover money, then that was supposed to be our money that we give to our, committees.
the carryover money is not in the checking account, no.
Okay, that's what I wanna know, where's it at?
It is sitting in varied investments. $2 here, 20,000 there. The Arvest Investment Management Account and the Arvest Cash Account. Those
I was always
two,
under the impression that they had just like maybe, your own checkbook or your own county.
no,
system or
they do
something
not
like
have their
that.
own checkbooks.
Even though they had a carryover, their carryover is invested out there somewhere in this world.
Right, and they can still spend it,
Till they need it.
Yeah, they can still spend it, I understand that.
but the trust is actually making money off of the investments so that they can spend their carryover.
Where does their interest go, the carryover money for these programs? Where
It
does
goes
that
back
go?
into the investment account.
In general, in
Yes.
general. Instead of them getting the interest of it, we get it.
Yes,
Then we get to disperse it back to them.
right.
Okay, that's a little clearer there.
Okay,
All right. I'm still trying to weed out this $153,000
Okay,
okay, you got it, the January money. This is
Right.
not the year-long money. This is just January, 1 month
yeah,
money.
1 month, we showed that we made interest and dividends of 220,000. Now, that's what we made in 1 month.
Yeah, and so that's the money.
So
we're
all
at
that
right now.
money is stayed exactly where it was at. So that it can continue making even more money.
So it hasn't been dispersed to the committees.
No.
That's
If
where I
I,
was confused, I was
Okay.
confused about that.
that's fine, I'm
Did
trying.
we get the $153,000, it's in that whatever account it is, and we've dispersed it to our committees? That's what I was on the assumption that we did.
Okay, no, we do
Not on a
not.
hope that it will come, you know, not on that, well, we'll draw down next month and we can give a little bit more here or there. So it's, say for instance, the elders committee, if they had whatever carryover they had, 10,000 or whatever, that's all they got. They didn't get the new money we're talking about right now for January money that we put in that pot. Have they received that money?
Yes, by a budget, they have received that money.
So their budget should be more, right? Your budget is more. All of it.
If you will look,
What
Look
about
on
your?
page 2, John.
the elders committee, after what they spent for February, has approximately $23,652.83 available to spend.
Okay.
The budget's
As
only
they wish.
$7,673.
I think, you know, Joy, what page are you on?
Yeah.
Second page.
Here,
Second page.
On the
Give me a
back
second.
back of the front page.
yeah,
On the
Okay.
back of the front page of the financials.
all right, this is the money that they did not spend out of last year's budget.
Right,
This is the money that they will be given for this year's budget, the $153,000.
okay,
Okay? This is what they spent for the month of February.
okay,
So this is what they have remaining to spend.
okay.
Now, out of these
Apologize,
two,
you got Tina down here.
that's all right,
I was wanting questions.
that's fine. Now, if I take the cash, all of this cash, $246,000, out of these accounts and put it into this checking account, then we don't get money reinvested, and we don't get interest and dividends, because I took almost $250,000 out. They can spend it, but I take pieces,
Yeah, what did they
okay?
spend then?
Yeah, because like with this one, at
Sure.
the end of February, I had 48,000 sitting in the checking account. Now, out of that 48,000, the education committee alone spent over $20,000 in March. So next month, this will go down to where we probably have right around maybe 16,000 right now in the checking
And it's not
account.
bothering our principal
But it's
where we're
not
not,
bothering, yes,
where
our
we're making some
investments.
interest.
Yes,
Now, that's in Arvis, right?
yes,
So we could have a bad month and again,
still survive.
pardon me?
We could have a bad month and still survive.
Still
That's
survive.
why we voted to, or the trust board voted to go back every quarter. So after we get Marches, if we happen to have a loss in March, then in April's meeting, we'll go back and review what we have or have not made,
Revise the budget.
and then
Could
possibly
increase it.
revise the budget to adjust to what we are making or not making in our interest and dividends.
Okay, I understand it. I'm a little bit, I'm clear on this now.
Okay,
And that's what I was, this here's what I was wondering, right here.
Okay.
Have our committees, that's what I voted for, was
They-
for them to get that money.
yes, and they can spend that money. I just don't pull it into a checking account that's not getting much of anything in an interest, while it's staying in the investment accounts, getting a better interest and dividend. So I'm making more money by leaving it in the investment account than I am by putting it in the checking account. But it does not restrict any of the committees for spending every penny they have available to
If they
them.
want to spend it,
Yes.
they can. Cool.
I'm gonna move on to elders committee.
All right, go ahead, I'm sorry, Joe.
Sorry.
Thank you for giving her the time to kind of explain this out. And I'm a little bit more understandable about
Okay,
what's
we
going
have
on.
a verbal report besides the one you have in the packet.
I just have to give a verbal, because this is a older one. We had a trip to go to Cotton City, but the weather was so bad Okay, to Barnesville. And, after we went there, we went to Brahms afterwards. And, that's all I can remember. I'm trying to look through my notes on that.
Did you make any money?
Do what?
Did you make any money?
Yes, or say, did you
At the
win?
casino.
No. Several did.
Yeah, some of them did. I heard somebody $1,500.
Oh, what's her name?
Bonita? Oh, Glenn Harbison won 500.
Man, I can't remember his name. He plays a penny at a time. On a penny machine, he got a whole bunch of money. He was excited over that. He got like $15. And he was so excited, he made $15 out of the penny machine, playing a penny at a time. And then after that, we went to Brahms, which is Aunt Bonnie's favorite place to go. And I can't remember anything else that we had done.
Kay does have a report also in the packet, like she
Yeah.
said, that was from
This,
previous.
yeah, this is an old one, so.
Does anybody have any questions on the elders committee? Reinvestment, John,
No,
no meeting?
I got this report. I have a chance again to pick up a food truck. And it's not a truck itself, it's not motorized, so it's a trailer. I use food truck because everybody understands what a food truck is, more than, it's similar to that. But, again, we got a bargain price on it, practically due. The lady wants 11,000. Or 12,000, excuse me, she wanted 12,000. She did want 16,000, and she went down to 12,000. Everything, what I want to do, Joe, I know we don't have a quorum, and that's why one of the reasons I
Actually, we
didn't.
do have a board.
I mean, not a quorum, but a full members, all 7 of us. What I like to do is that we go and see it, people on the trust board. We can load up and drive over there to Hominy, where it's at, take a look at it, and see if we're interested. Now, what I initially want to do, since it's a fast sale, I should have did this also on the T-shirt making operation. I kind of mentioned we should go over there and see it first, because they were in a taking a bid, and they were getting ready to sell that within 30 days. And our little old effort here, that takes us forever to do anything, and people ain't gonna wait on us, that's for sure. Somebody else wants to buy it, it's sold. But we take a look at it. There's all kind of ways of running and doing. That all can be kind of like, if we want to buy the food trailer, if we want to buy that, we've got limited time here to buy it. And I'm not trying to force a sale, but just saying, let's go look at it to see what we want to do. And if we feel like that's a good thing that we want to invest in, then we can talk about how we want to manage it, blah, blah, blah. There's different ways of doing that. There's all kind of, I initially wanted a T-shirt operation for the tribe itself, for our programs rather, which is a tribe. We're all the tribe. For our program, so they could develop their own particular T-shirt for sales and for themselves and stuff like that, and then we could possibly go into a business of it. It wasn't necessary to be $1 million business or a big business, one of those kind of things, but it would take care of itself, it would pay for itself, we would have products. That was the initial thought. And plus, I had the personnel for it. But on this food truck, it's similar as that. If whatever, all of us, or part of us, or it doesn't make any difference to me. Chief, whoever wants to go, can go over.
Where's it at, Hominy?
Hominy, yeah.
I'll go.
And
And you go, look at it?
Yeah, go look at it and let's see what we wanna do. If we feel like we want to do it,
Roger said.
there's $44,000 in my,
Yes, yes.
yeah, and whoever else that might want to go. We got vans, we got a couple of vans, we all wanna go over and take a look,
Let's
that's
go look at
fine,
it.
that's fine. And,
You might not be able to use it every weekend, but there's different events where you
Sure.
can go set up, like Bartlesville End in
and
summer.
so your crew, the culture people, they could use it, we could rent it out to them, we could rent it out to the veterans. Hey, veterans, you guys wanna go make some money, you pay the trust board X amount of dollars, there's different ways of doing
To
it.
use
Even
the
the trust
truck.
board itself can go
Or
out,
use the trailer.
yeah, it's a trailer, it's a
Yeah,
trailer.
there's all kinds of ways you can make money with it.
And it's a new one. I mean, fair to do, she said she only went to one major event and she made like $3,000 that weekend, and the only thing she did was cook hamburgers and fries.
Set us up something to go look at.
And I think she might have used that once or twice for some of the stuff up there around, she's an Osage, she's married to an Osage guy. That they might have did up there, you know, a little thing, it wasn't nothing, you know, just how cook something, I think. But anyway, we got that opportunity, I just want to throw it out,
Make
throw it
a,
out.
make a date for everybody going.
Okay, I will.
Get back with us, and let us know.
Sure. I mean, I like to do it right away. You know what I mean? I know, and we could maybe,
But don't do it the rest of this week.
Uh,
Cause we're busy cooking for the stomp dance. Don't do
Okay.
it the rest of this week.
I'll make a date within
Next
say
week.
within the next couple of weeks, not this
Yeah.
week, but next week.
That'd be fine.
And maybe we can get somebody from the Veterans Committee, like Kenny, or whoever they like to choose, you know, maybe somebody from the elders, well, she's an elder, but committee, or, you know, from one of our committees. I would like to see them be involved, because I would like for that to be shared with them and fundraising for them.
Homer's the chairman of cultural preservation.
Yeah, Homer and,
Kenny Brown's got a full-time job, doesn't he? But you're on the Veterans Committee. You're co-chair.
but anyways, that's my, kind of my little line of thinking like that, because I would like to see our committees be able to use that and be able to go out and raise funds for their particular committees, whatever, you know, different events. 'cause everybody-
I can see why you didn't have a meeting, because you didn't have a co-chair anymore.
Pardon?
You didn't have a co-chair anymore. So we accept your report, or I do, I hope. the rest
Okay,
of
but
the-
that's a report, I just want to give that and give everybody information pertaining to
Set
that.
us
We've
up
got
a
a chance to
meeting,
do
let's
that.
go look at it.
Let's look at it, see what we can do. I don't want
Okay.
another one to get biased, man, we lost out on that. I mean, it's not neither here nor there, but I just feel like we really lost out on that t-shirt.
A food truck might be something that could make some money.
Possible.
Okay, tribal operations. Chief, tribal operations,
I have no support other than to.
has the money been
ask the
transferred?
Question, is
Money has
all the
been transferred,
tribal
correct?
share been paid down for this year, or just part of it?
No, I have not transferred the tribal
Not
share yet.
transferred it yet?
Sorry, but I would like to make sure, I don't wanna transfer the whole thing and then turn around and have to transfer some back,
Oh,
so
you
I would
wanna wait
prefer.
after,
Yeah, if
couple
we
of
could wait
meetings.
about a half a year, maybe
I can
the
understand
6
that.
month or,
I can understand that, because we might revise the budget. I can understand.
I'd prefer going closer to September before the end of our fiscal year.
Okay. Veterans Committee, Roger, you got a report?
No, Mr. Chairman, I have no report. I've stressed the need one before Visions Day, but I didn't get no results.
You know, we voted on this once before, that if a committee could not take the time to put a written report in the packet, we was gonna freeze their money till we got a report. What's the feelings of the rest of this trust board? My feeling is we've already voted on that.
It's a clear violation.
It's a clear violation.
Well,
Got all the money?
I have a hard time, you know, like our local committees, they struggle, and they struggle for membership, they struggle for people. You know, to freeze them up on their funding and stuff, puts us in kind of a position of,
There's people on there capable of doing a
Yeah.
simple report.
and,
Mr. Chairman.
you know, we,
a verbal, probation sent to the Veterans Committee?
That's
I
up
think
to
we
the
should
rest of
give
the
them
trust
some kind of, maybe, we'd like to have that report, you know.
And make it firm this time, where you're gonna get a written report in next month's packet, or your money's froze. Because we've told them time after time after time, John.
Yeah,
But that's up to this whole trust
To
board,
make
not
a
just me.
punishment kind of like, consequential
It wouldn't take Kenny Brown 10 minutes to write a report.
to make it kind of consequential, something like that would, you know, if you're gonna freeze my money, freeze their money,
We've told them that before, though.
and,
It made no difference.
I don't know if there's any other type of way, but other than something like that, where they would, hey, our money's gonna be froze up here. You told them that, didn't you, Joe?
No, I didn't. I think Roger did, though.
Yeah.
And Homer told them too.
Did Homer tell them that
Homer
our
told
their
them
money's
too.
gonna be froze up if,
Just issue them a written,
do we need to write something? We should write something to them to make it legal, or is there, I know we could vote on it, but hell, they don't know what we're voting on. I doubt any of them ever seen these meetings. Review it or whatever, you know, we
They have
can,
a deadline date.
Charlotte, will you draft a letter to the Kenny Brown, the chairman of the
all
Veterans
of them,
Committee?
all of the committees,
Yeah.
Or yeah, to all the
all of
committees?
the committees,
Okay.
not just them, but all of
This
the
is,
committees.
this is a
All of them.
final warning.
Okay.
No report in the packet.
And
no
should be
money.
stated as such that where we're following our trust document, that our report should be given so we know how,
It says
so
right
we
in
know
the
how
trust
to
document.
make proper decisions and procedures pertaining to our, you know, to our committees.
Yeah, we really are sending it out to all the committees, but
Yeah.
they're all here,
Yeah.
except Veterans Committee. And they're guilty, it seems like it's almost every month. Except Roger, he gives a verbal sometimes of a little bit of what they did, but it needs to be a written report in the packet. Just like all the other committees.
That way, it's just not all on one person to come up with the ideal, you know, that, we all should be in consensus of what we want to do as far as trying to gain these reports to us. And I understand your frustration, you know, I've seen it, you know, time and time again here, you know, where these committees not reporting, and,
Yeah, it's just
what can
usually
we
just
do
one
about it?
committee. It's usually just one committee. And it's the same one, it seems like, every month, month after month after month.
I'll be happy to check with Susan to see if, because I
She's
go
the
with her every,
she's the treasurer.
and she receives the
She's
financials every
secretary.
month. Perhaps she could
Who
send
is the
me,
secretary?
I don't think they've ever elected one.
Well, they need one. I wasn't at the last
I
Veterans
was,
Committee
I was
meeting.
thinking.
When is it, the last Tuesday of each month?
Hey, it flops
On the
around.
first
Well, they need-
fourth-
they
fourth
need that-
Tuesday of the month.
That's something else, they need to quit flopping it around, they need to have the meeting date the same time every month.
Yeah, because I have it the fourth Tuesday every month, and they called a special meeting on February 26th.
See if they call a special meeting for February the 25th, they could have put a report in this packet.
Yeah, because in the January meetings, when they had Steve Wright come down for the Veterans Walk.
Since we have no secretary, Charlotte, will you draft the letters such,
yeah,
and we'll just make a place for the 4 or 5 members, counting Homer,
okay,
make a signature space for each one of the trust board members. We'll draft a letter and send it to every committee.
okay, I'll do it.
Is that all right with the rest of the trust board?
Sure.
All right, that's what we'll do then. But it should be signed by all of us,
Yeah.
because I'm not even the chairman, I'm just chairing this one meeting. And I'll let y'all know right now, I do not want to be the chairman of this trust board. Under unfinished business, Chief, I'm gonna ask you, as a former chairman of the trust board.
Do you vote to approve the committee reports? Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to do that, if somebody will make that motion. See, I told you I'm not the chairman.
I make a motion.
We're
to
through with the
approve-
reports.
To approve the report.
Okay, make a motion.
Second.
Accept the reports. Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstention. Motion carries. To accept the reports.
And the chief.
Now, under unfinished business,
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
in light of the.
Don't get Sherman, Mr. Treasurer.
Mr. Acting Chairman. With the cloudy issues, you know, with the financials and stuff, I believe that we should have a workshop for 1 day, maybe 3 hours long, when any incoming trust board member could study these financials as it is. And that way, if they have a question about it, they can ask whoever ahead of time, and that way it couldn't infringe on our meeting time.
I'd like to add to that, you know, what you said there, to also to include our trust document.
Yeah.
You know, we know,
Trust
we got
document.
the chief here who was on the, who was the chairman of the trust board when they revised it. And they'll have others who could give historical background pertaining to our trust board. And so that our new members, I remember when I was a new member, I didn't have a clue. And I wasn't given anything, you know, pertaining to, you know, how even the trust board operated, how our financials operated, or anything. I was in the dark, and I was still in the dark for a long time. You know, because I didn't take it on myself to maybe go to, you know, get on the computer and
Put that in the form of a motion.
Make the motion.
Make a motion that all incoming new members of the trust board should be indoctrinated with the financials and trust document.
Orientation.
1 day orientation.
orientation and also to include the trust document.
Trust document and financials. I'm all right with that, Sheriff.
I wish I had that.
I'll second that motion.
Really?
I'll second Robert's motion. Any more
Yeah, I
discussion?
second it, or whatever.
I seconded it.
Oh, you did?
Any more discussion on it?
With vote to,
That we're gonna do this?
Uh,
I'm gonna call it the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We'll do exactly that. As soon as we get some more new members.
question about procedure. Do we have to vote on the resignations, accept the resignations,
We're gonna do that under new business. Under unfinished business, I want to ask a question of our former chairman of the trust board and our current chief. Chief, do we or do we not have a quorum present today?
You've got a quorum present anytime there's 4 members here.
And that's exactly what the trust document says.
okay, I'm not gonna argue with you, about it, but if one of the members, voted negative, then you only have 3 members voted into the positive.
It's still a quorum.
Does that still
It's
count?
still a quorum.
Yeah.
Still a quorum.
Absolutely, it still counts.
It
As
only
long
takes
as I
3.
call for the question, or whoever's chairing the meeting calls for the question.
business of the tribe always expressed?
We may have to make that an amendment in our trust document, so that whenever, it's, like you said, it's not really, it's mentioned in there about the 7 and a quorum of
It
the
is.
7.
It
It's
is.
mentioned, but it's not mentioned in there if you only got 4, they don't have a quorum, and then
But
3
even
can,
with
and
7.
3 can make the quorum.
But even with 7, we have a quorum.
Yeah, we have a quorum, I'm saying that we have a quorum, but I'm saying, to vote on an amendment, to vote. Do we have a quorum if only 3 votes positive and 1 votes
Absolutely,
negative?
vote still
Is
counts.
that still,
Vote
a,
still counts.
Because
Quorum.
4 voted.
4 people voted, even though you might vote. no,
Majority
3
rules.
vote yes.
yeah, I go with the majority rule, you know, there's no
That's
problem,
what,
I have no problem with
that's what
that.
the trust document
That's what I
says.
say, we should change it in our trust document.
Doesn't need
If we
change,
don't-
that's what it says.
I'll look at it again.
That's what it says.
I mean, I haven't had time to read it.
Anyhow, that's all I wanted to bring
Okay.
up under unfinished
That's fine.
business. New business.
We had 2 resignations. with the chair and the co-chair,
And the co-chair.
and she also was the secretary, wasn't she?
She was acting secretary.
secretary?
Actually, trust document calls it separate. You need vice chair, you need a secretary, you need a treasurer, and a chair. 4 officers is what the trust document calls for. So when we get 2 new members, which I hope we do next month, that's what I want to see. I want to see a different person for each one of them offices. Not somebody doing secretary and
Vice chair.
vice chair. The trust document calls them.
I know we
They're
just let it slide by last time whenever we did last election and everything,
We
you know.
couldn't
we
get
just-
nobody
we
else
just
is
let it-
interested.
I was going, we just let everything slide by like that, any kind of, elections, who's gonna be this and this. Cause we get switched over at the election. We should have voted for all new members, whoever wanted to be the treasurer, the chair, or whatever.
I don't
I mean,
really
vice
think,
chair.
I don't really think we have to accept their resignation because it's in writing. They automatically resigned. But if you all want to make a motion to formally accept their resignation, we can, but we don't have to.
Okay,
Because it's in
if we
writing.
don't have to, then,
It's in writing,
yeah.
so they're already resigned. They might put an effective date in it already. But we do need to announce that there are 2 openings, and we've got to give a minimum of 21 days' notice according to the trust document, and it has to be posted on our tribal website and internally, which means in the lunchroom, out here on the wall, on the bulletin board, wherever we can post it. Chelsea,
Yeah,
wherever we can post it. If we can, it'd be nice if we could still get it in the newspaper. Can we, Charlotte?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can.
That we have 2 openings on the
Yes.
trust board,
Yeah,
and we're giving them till the next meeting, which will be the 3rd Wednesday of next month at 3 o'clock. We're giving them till then to get a letter in, to just attention trust board, and I'll make copies for every member, or somebody will. We'll make copies for every member of the trust board, and they have to be present, and that's in the trust document, they have to be present at the April meeting, so they can be sworn in.
I'd like to, for us to be able to kind of like, say, we may not, in 21 days, that we have the right to, if we want to re-advertise for another 21 days.
Now, we can't go against what the trust document says right there.
That's what I mean. Trust document says that,
It
but,
says minimum of 21 days.
yeah. But it doesn't
But
say
it
that
doesn't
for
say
taking
anything,
that
it
either.
doesn't say anything about extending it, though.
It doesn't say anything about, yeah, it doesn't say about anything about extending it. That's one
I
thing
think
about
they
it.
got, I think they got to
Tribal-
be seated
tribal-
at the next meeting.
And if we could maybe want to extend it, that's what I'm saying.
Now, I think
Instead
we'll
of
get
just
some
accepting
people
whoever, there's, you know,
I think we'll get some people interested.
There's-
If y'all know of any tribe, they do have to be Delaware tribal members. If y'all know of anybody, get them to send a letter in, attention Delaware Trust Board, at this address. What is this address? 5100
5100,
East Tuxedo Boulevard, Barnesville, Oklahoma, 74006. So if anybody's watching this live feed, that's an announcement.
You know,
And the letters will have to be received by our next trust board meeting. And you will have to be present at the next meeting, which will be the 3rd Wednesday of April. Hopefully at 3 o'clock, that's what we're
yeah,
gonna do.
that's good, yeah, I like that.
But we'll have to pass on that here later in the meeting, to set the time and date.
What is that date on?
clarification on
I don't have
Let
it
me
on.
put it up here, I'll tell you. 3rd Wednesday of next month will be Wednesday, the 17th at 3 p.m.
That'll give us that 21 days.
That's new, that'll give you more than 21 days.
Today's what?
Today's the 20th.
Oh, okay.
That'll give you more than 21 days.
That's good.
5 or 6
That's good.
days more than
Sure,
21.
that's fine.
So if somebody go ahead and make a motion for the time and date, next meeting. You got something there?
Clarification on the fee coming for the members, and then we decide amongst us who the chairman is.
Absolutely. The members of this trust board pick a chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. I would like to remain the treasurer because I do understand the finances.
We can do, a secret ballot, and we also could go into executive session, depending on who we have.
Where you,
Okay?
If we wanted to,
We can.
to discuss things amongst ourselves.
Because you'd be
You know,
talking
it's
about.
just us right now, and it, oh, Homer's gone.
It'll be us four and Homer.
Yeah,
Be us four and Homer. We can, but you don't have to, because
Yeah.
you don't have to name them by name. Of course, you got to notify them by name, that's your point, if you will have to swear them in. But that's got to be done in an open meeting, but we
Yeah.
can go into executive session
to
to
discuss
discuss it.
who the people are.
Absolutely, we can.
We can go in, if there's a member comes up, then we'll,
Yeah.
well, we can go in for all of them. Not that any of them has anything that we need to, but I kinda like that we discuss somebody, and I don't like talking about somebody out here, you know, if I gotta say something, maybe.
Just come out after we go in there and
Could be misconstrued or
take
something.
take a secret ballot and vote on them.
Yeah, we could do something like that, whatever.
Don't forget though, we get 2 openings.
Mhm.
And then after they're seated, then this whole trust board will decide who's gonna be the chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer.
well, then you do get to chair one more meeting.
Oh, thanks. Which I will if you all want me to. Or if somebody else wants to chair the next meeting, I don't care. But I'm voicing my opinion right now. I absolutely do not want to be the chair, and if somebody nominates me, I will politely refuse. So don't even think about making me chair, because I don't want to be the chair. I know about the financials, I've been doing them for a long time, and I know about them. And I don't think y'all got any problems with me giving the financial report, so I'd like to continue in that role if you all will consider me. But it's only fair to choose after we have a full
Yeah.
board again.
Mhm.
That's all I have
I
under
make a
new
motion
business.
that our next meeting be on the 17th of April, 3:00,
3 PM, same location.
same location.
Have a motion, have a second.
A second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
I make a motion that.
Have a motion to adjourn.
Did we make a motion to advertise?
Yeah.
Does that have to go in that motion, or we already did that?
No, we informed Charlotte though, it has to be done. We didn't make a motion on it, but she knows it. We told her.
It's been announced, yeah, okay.
It's gotta be internally in
Yeah.
every building.
In all buildings, and we need to
And
send it to
on our
Chelsea.
tribal website
Yeah.
and Facebook,
Facebook and website,
everywhere we can
and put it in
get
the
it.
den.
Yes.
yeah.
Including the den if we can get
I
it in there
think Joe
still.
can get it in the den, yeah.
Okay, got a motion to adjourn, have a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, we're adjourned. Thank you all. Thanks for putting up with
Sir,
me.
thank you for putting up with me, because I was kinda unclear, Joe, about how this financial stuff worked. I didn't know what she told me.
That's why we
That was
made,
all news to me.
that's why we made it where we can review it every 3 months.
And thank you for.
You're
catching
more
me
than
up
welcome.
here.
Anytime you have questions, you
I
are
did.
always welcome to come
Yeah,
to my office and chat about it. I have no problems with,
you don't have no,
Helping
you don't
you
have no grudges
understand.
against me or anything, do you?
no.
She yells at me every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Grudges.
chew on him as often as I chew on everybody else, so.
Yeah.
The
I
other day
would
she
rather-
give me this, and I said, uh-oh, what did I
Yeah.
do now?
So it's either come here or I'm watching you.
And it wasn't nothing, it was just to sign some checks.
But yes, anytime you have questions when
Yeah,
it
'cause
comes to the financials and stuff,
Yeah,
I will
'cause
be.
I kinda know that, you know, there was some things that, you know, that